The Bamboo Project Podcast starts in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Bamboo Project Podcast. My name is Donovan Gray, the future $10 billion man. On the way to 10 billion, I decided I'm going to help create 1,000 millionaires, including myself. And not by being a guru or selling a course, but by doing the things I already love to do every day and documenting the journey to get there. I figure I'll make all the mistakes so you don't have to. My name is Donovan Gray, and this is how I will turn my life into a living. I'd like to start off by giving a shout out to all the people rocking with us and supporting the channel. We really appreciate you. We are currently streaming on all major streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor. You name it, we on it. And if we not on it, we about to be on it. For everyone listening to this podcast and not watching it, you can find us on YouTube at The Bamboo Project. We have over 400 videos on our channel. You want to learn real estate? We got that. You want cooking tutorials inspired by Dr.Sebi? We got that. Travel and lifestyle vlogs? Got it. You want makeup and hair growth tutorials? Got it. Basketball? Got it. It's everything us. All the parts of the journey that don't make it to YouTube will be on our story. You can find me on Instagram at Donovan Gray. DONIVANGRAY, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Anita Byrne. ANETABURN. The Bamboo Project is about turning your life into a living by making money off the things you already do every day. We made different playlists for all the things we are into, and you can find all of those links in the description box below. This may be your first time here, and if it is, welcome to the family. But for everyone else, this is chapter 3, page 116. This podcast has 4 different segments. We have the life update, episode playback, Donovan's questions, and the topic of the day. All video and audio timestamps will be in the description box below. Today's date is June 8th, and it is 5:44 p.m. All right, so before I get to the life update, we always start off with screen time. You already know the reason why. Because I need to take advantage of my phone. Because if I don't, it's taking advantage of me. And we can't have that. And honestly, like I said, I personally think I'm getting better. For multiple reasons, which I'll get into in a second. Okay, so last week, I was on my phone for an average of 9 hours and 52 minutes per day. My most used app was Wadoku for 21 hours and 8 minutes. My second most used app was Instagram. And then YouTube was number 3. For 13 hours and 11 minutes. That's 1 hour under Instagram. The highest, the day I used my phone the most was Sunday, and I was on my phone for 14 hours. I'm not sure how that's possible. Oh, I was playing basketball, so maybe that has part of it. It's kind of strange. I was on Wadoku for 6 hours, then camera for 3 hours, then Google Maps for 2 hours. Where was I going on Sunday? So yeah, and then so that was last week. So far this week I have been on my phone for an average of 8 hours and 38 minutes, which is down 20% from last week from 9 hours and 52 minutes. And I know exactly why. I told y'all I don't have an addiction. I thought I did for a little while there. Okay, then I realized I don't. I just be bored as hell. So Melissa, what is your screen time for the week?
My average is 6 hours and 46 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
My most used app is Google Maps for 10 hours. Then Instagram for 9, almost 10. And then TikTok for 8. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Keep it 100 with y'all. I did not write down last week for today's podcast. So as far as the notes go, there are no notes. There weren't any notes before we started the podcast. So before we started, I had to kind of think with Melissa, like, what did we do last week? And a couple of updates though. Like I said, there are some things that happened. So the house is getting closer to being done, guys. All right, I'm gonna post a picture here. Y'all can see the before and after of the house. Y'all may have already seen the videos from our channel in our real estate playlist about when we actually went to the house and bought the house. and you can see how it looks from the outside. You can see the inside. And as I said, here is a picture of the outside before and then a picture of the outside after. We have a white facade. We have like black trim around the windows and the door, and we have a yellow door. Now the door, personally, I feel like it's too bright. I think a matte would have been better. I think the reason why that happened is because when he asked us what kind of paint we want for the house, he gave us 3 options and we only picked one. I didn't think to have a different type of paint for the door. So we got a semi-gloss. So I think it looks fine for the house, but I think it makes the door look super bright. We'll probably see. It may be different in person. Hopefully it is, but on the picture y'all could tell it's bright as hell. So, you know, there's that. Today the basement was supposed to be done. I don't have any pictures of that, but it's supposed to be. I'm hoping tomorrow something else gets done. I was talking to my guy Tori, shout out to Tori, today, and we were just going over like what I would do differently on the next flips or whatever I do next in real estate. And one of the things I know I'm gonna do for sure is I want somebody to be at the house every day, at least from like until the sun go down. Like when it's dark, then y'all could go home. But like I want it to be like somebody should be there from sun up to sundown. It don't gotta be the same people. Y'all can have different people come in. Somebody come in that work from 6 to 10. Then someone else works from 10 to 5. Someone works from 5 to 8. Whatever it is. But every day somebody should be in this house working. Like there shouldn't be days where I call and it's like, nah, nobody's there, and we're not gonna be there until Wednesday. It's like, what? Why not? Like, but before we didn't have any leverage. We didn't pay him. So it was kind of like, listen, when you give me the money, I have somebody go over there. So it's understandable. But now that we paid, I need like every day it should be, this is got done. That just got done. We just did this. We just finished that. We put up this. We put up that. This is just installed. We took that out. We cleaned this up. That's what I want every single day. And working like that, I feel like the house could be done by the middle of next week. Honestly, it might be able to be done by Sunday. If they really worked. Because all we have left at this point, actually, I almost forgot. Damn. Shout, who was I talking to on YouTube? Dulce Dominiquez, right? They were saying that I didn't know this is what it's called. The countertop from last week that we talked about that's really cheap from Home Depot and Lowe's is called Formica. Now I've heard of it before, but I've never seen it. Like, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know that it was the cheapest version of countertop. So when I got to Home Depot, you can only imagine how happy I was to see a $4,000 countertop for $200. I'm like, that's great. But they suggested I don't get that. I should probably get granite. My issue with granite is that I feel like it doesn't match the aesthetic of the house. And I feel like I would rather spend less money on the countertop per se, because I think the whole rest of the house looks nice. And if somebody moves in, they'll either like the countertop or get a new one. And if they want to spend $3,000 on a new countertop, it's a long-term home. You're gonna live there forever, whatever. I think that's a decent investment to make in your house. I think everything else, more or less, in my opinion, is just fine. In terms of what I think looks like what's cheap and what's not cheap. They get a nice fridge, they get a nice dishwasher, a nice stove, and a nice sink. If you're gonna complain, you got the nice floors, you got the floating stairs, like you got the nice bathroom, and you gonna complain to me about the countertop not being $4,000. Like, listen, fam, if that's the case, then obviously go find another house that you feel fits into your category, because you're not gonna find a house with those stairs. You're not gonna find a house with that bathroom. You're not gonna find a house with that floor or a kitchen that size. You're not gonna find it with exposed brick. You're not gonna find that. I'm telling you, you're just not. So I'm just saying, if that's what you want to do, then.
And is it possible to take like money off the price of the house for the countertops?
We could, but like if they ask, if they say, hey, because I'm like, they'd have to come to us and be like, we like the house, but the countertop is bad. They're like, okay, fine. I'm like, we'll take off $3,000 for it. Because then it's funny, because when we were doing wholesaling, we were conditioned to ask for way lower on prices. So if we saw a house for $200,000, we would be like, okay, we'll offer you 70. So in my head, that's a normal amount to ask for a decrease in price. But for somebody to actually buying a home, I think it's insane for them to ask, hey, can I get 70K off of that house? Most people try and feel like they got to win if they got 10K off. Oh, it's supposed to be 420, but I got it for 410. Yeah, we made a deal. And it's like, I wanted 375, so I got 410. That's fine with me. So I think, like, that's something else I think is also funny from learning from wholesaling. But as far as the house, like I said, the backyard should be done soon, and that would be a nice little touch too, to go in the backyard and kind of walk around and be like clean. We can walk down a little back. We also still wanted to buy like a fence. We think we should do that still, because I think it's gonna really fuck up. Honestly, I think we should get it.
They'll have poured concrete.
But it's the thing though. Here's why I think we should get it. It's similar to that lady who painted the house next door to hers, because their backyard looks crazy on the right hand side. Like it looks ridiculous.
Oh, so just
like, all right, yeah, I just can't see it over there, type of thing. Because I'm like, it is kind of cheap. They have like just wood, and just put that up across the thing, for some privacy and security, whatever. Or not security, but so yeah. Speaking of security, was it Dulce that said this, or was it who said that? I should get the Arlo 2. It was 818 Southside, I think he said. Was it him? No. Who said that? Yeah, it was them. Okay. Yeah, they talked about getting the Arlo Go 2 camera, and I talked to Tori. He was kind of thinking about getting like an ADT, seeing the quote that they have for it. But we definitely know we need something, because as Melissa read in The Alchemist, what's the quote? If it happens once, you good. It happens twice, you fuck.
I wouldn't say that's what they said.
Oh, how did they?
Pretty much like, if it happens one time, it might not happen again. Mm-hmm. If it happens 2 times, it's gonna happen a third. It's basically like guaranteed. Like, all right, if it's one time, it's like, okay, it might have been a one-time thing. But if it happens 2 times, it's happening a third.
Damn, that's interesting. Huh?
So
that's interesting.
Better be prepared for the third time.
Is it any more after that? Does it keep going? How many times after do you just 3 is for sure it's happening?
If it happens a third time and you do nothing about it, because that's the thing, it's like, what did you do about it? Mm-hmm. It's not whether or not it'll happen again. If that makes sense.
What if you did something? But for the second time, if I change it, am I still gonna get robbed for the third time?
For the third time, that's the thing. For the first time, you kind of have the expectation in your head, like, it might not happen again because it only happened once. Mm-hmm. That makes sense? So you don't really prepare for the second time. So then when the second time happens, now it's like, okay, this done happened 2 times. It's probably going to happen a third. So
yeah.
So from 1 to 2, you don't have the expectation. From 2 to 3,
I feel like from 0 to 1, you have the expectation. And then I feel, yeah, like if you just got the house, like, all right, we might get robbed, we don't know. Then number 1, we get robbed. We're like, damn, okay. All right, that was a fluke. And we got robbed second time. It's like, damn, we about to get robbed again.
Right.
But that's 0 to 1 instead of 1 to 2.
What do you mean 0 to 1?
0 to 1 is not being robbed to being robbed. Okay. 1 to 2 is I already got robbed once.
Everyone might not have. You might not have the expectation of something happening until it happens. If you're talking about getting robbed specifically, that's something that you can kind of have an assumption about because it's happening to other people in the area. Mm-hmm. Right.
Right. So
if it wasn't happening to other people in the area, if you got robbed, if no one in the house, if no one in the area is getting robbed, you're not going to think about getting robbed until you get robbed.
Really? I guess that kind of makes sense.
If no one is like, if I live in a house by myself, no one for miles, I'm not thinking about getting robbed.
I agree with the concept. I don't think robbery is the best example because people know houses get robbed. So I do agree that you don't know something's gonna happen. You don't know what you don't know.
Right, and then even if sure you may have the expectation that houses get robbed, but you might think that they are gonna break your windows to get inside, not take your lockbox and use the key.
All right, you said you don't know what you don't know. So I feel like it's like I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the update of the house. We're supposed to go there on Saturday. I don't really know what we're gonna see when we get there. We're gonna buy these Formica countertops. Diamond just replied. This Diamond from your Diamond? No, this is somebody else's Diamond. Diamond just said quartz is also a great option. Doesn't require as much maintenance as granite and is very durable. Listen, guys. Listen. Here's what I need y'all to understand. Okay, let me break it down because we wanted quartz. Okay, that was the plan. That we wanted quartz. The difference between a quartz countertop and a Formica countertop is damn near $4,000. Like Formica is like $200-$300, and quartz is like $4,000 plus. Okay, that's a huge difference. We don't have that. Our money is exhausted. The amount of money we barely have left is going to buy us a range, and it's going to pay off the rest that we owe to the contractor. That's all we have.
Don't we need a microwave?
And a microwave. See, we a range and a microwave and paying this guy off. We don't have enough to be getting this $4,000 countertop. So trust me when I tell you I want a quartz. I love the way it's beautiful looking. My aunt has it, but she said that it's not like it can burn easily and stuff like that. So that's another thing. As far as granite, you can Google it. I hate the way granite looks personally. I can't tell you where I would ever put granite in any situation. Like, I just hate the way it looks. It looks old. It looks like from the houses that always have like the brown cabinets from the 80s and 90s. I just hate granite countertops.
I feel like there was some white granite.
Well, if you find some, show me. Let me see some.
I showed it to
Pull something right now, because I don't know what you're talking about. White granite? You found white granite that looks nice?
We were talking about it. You don't remember that?
Nah, I don't.
And there were ones that you were like, oh yeah, that's not bad.
Nah, I don't remember.
That's the one that you were looking at as well.
Well, please show me again, because I hate granite with a passion. It looks like sand, and I hate that look.
I think our countertops right now are granite.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I don't think so.
I think it's granite.
I don't think so.
I think it's like white granite. I think so.
That looks like sand to me.
I think that's a specific color.
No, they have different colors that have the same sand. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I think it's granite.
Based off of what?
The pattern.
That's what I'm trying to say. That pattern does not look like granite to me. Granite looks like a sand pattern in different colors. All right, we gonna pull it up. Cause obviously you're not pulling it up. I said pull it up. You didn't pull it up, so I'm gonna pull it up because you just keep saying it's granite. Granite countertops. This looks nice. This is what I see as granite. This.
Look for specifically white granite.
I remember doing that before, and it gave me quartz. White granite countertops. I don't even know if this is granite or not, but this sand. It has a very sandy look.
Yeah, so I think the name of the granite that we have is called Pitaya White Granite.
How do you spell that? P-I what?
T-A-Y-A.
Okay, let me see.
White granite.
I don't. This doesn't look like that to me. This look like it has sand in it. Does ours have sand in it?
What do you mean? What do you mean by sand?
Like, you don't see like those streaks of sand looking like the layers in between the rocks? That looks like it's just white and polka dots.
Sure it is.
And I said, my whole thing is that sandy look. I think it just looks old to me.
Let me see if I can find out what kind of countertops we have.
So that's how I feel about the countertops. So as much as I would love to get the quartz, they're out the budget right now. And I know my budget is tapped. I don't feel like raising money or trying to work to get the money to get countertops. It's like, listen, guys, we done put so much money into the house. You could either have floating stairs or a granite countertop, a quartz countertop. Which one you want? Can't get both. You get one or the other. Which one you want? It's like, and if you really, now how much easier would it be to put a new countertop as opposed to having to get floating stairs in your house? Okay, you're not getting that. You don't have to redo your whole house. You can't walk up and down the stairs forever. Like, come on, what are we doing? Like, come on. So nice bathrooms. Either way, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all see the house in a couple of weeks. Melissa is working on the video. That's what we've been doing last week. Melissa is working on all of the videos we have that of us going out there. So we're gonna start posting those soon. And by soon, I mean within the next 2 months or so, those videos will start going up. And y'all gonna see the progression of the house from start to finish. And then y'all will see the final product. If you have an Instagram, y'all will see the final product then. But y'all will actually see the progression from when we were so green in this game, when we was driving up to Pennsylvania back-to-back days in the middle of the night trying to get, or the middle of the day, I'm lying, early in the morning and the middle of the night trying to get to drop off the paper to buy the house, and just the journey we embarked on since then has been crazy. it's been a crazy ass year just in terms of the house. Honestly, in terms of everything, it's been a crazy ass year. Turo, Airbnb, the house, wholesaling, just life been kind of crazy.
Okay, so it's the same. So then this is sports.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody want it. Granite is ugly. Granite is an ugly material. It's for old people. And I guess rentals maybe or something. So, you should have heard Melissa said that it is a quartz countertop that we have. What's the actual name of it?
Ocean foam quartz.
Ocean foam?
Foam.
Ocean foam quartz is what we have in our studio apartment. Last week or the week before, we had talked about, I think it was last week, our goals. How we're 6 months in and we haven't done a lot of our goals. Melissa is on track to complete. She's the rest of a lot of books. Candle's been doing well. Something else you were doing that's on your list too. That's starting the videos again or something else. I feel like you were. Oh yes, the craft fairs. That's the other one. So one of the things on my list was go to the gym. So we have found a gym.
I think I was on my list too.
I don't think so. It's right there. Right. So yeah, I had it on my list to go to the gym, and I signed up for a gym. So did Melissa, and it's called the Brooklyn Sports Club. It is a phenomenal gym, right? Phenomenal. Now this gym has 3 pools. It has a basketball court with 6 rims. Okay. It has a weight room with machines I've never even seen before. I was there today. Now, I don't know if this is because I don't work out a lot recently. Maybe over there since COVID, they have new machines. I've never even seen this in a TikTok. I've never seen it in an Instagram Reel, YouTube Short, nothing. They have machines now that use air pressure to what's the word I'm looking for? I guess simulate weight, right? So this particular machine was a leg press with air pressure. Shit is crazy. So as you're sitting on the machine, you press on the left hand side is a button and that decreases the weight. On the right hand side is a button that increases the weight or the pressure. So as you're going, you can decrease and increase while you're sitting there, pushing it back and pushing it forward. There's no sound. It just goes, and it counts your reps. It has a little digital machine in front of you that counts how many reps you just did. And it tells you the weight you're using. It's crazy. And honestly, I didn't feel any like knee pain or anything like that. I don't know if it's because it's the type of machine or where I was sitting. I just know I was like, wow, this, I don't really feel anything. Like I don't feel like the like, I don't say after effects, but sometimes you lift weights, you kind of feel in your joints a little bit. I didn't feel any of that. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And I put up to like 240 to see what it felt like. But like I said, it was great. They have so many machines. They probably have close to 100 plus machines in there. Probably. I think it's probably 100 machines in. I'm gonna go with close to 70 machines, 70 to 100 machines, somewhere in that range. They have a free weight section. They have a decline bench, an incline bench, a flat bench. They have a squat rack. I think they have 2 or 3 squat racks. That's free weight. They have like a little section where you can do like the CrossFit stuff with like the green, what do they call that? Turf. They have like the thing you can hang from. They have medicine balls. Downstairs they have a sauna. I've been going to yoga there. They have a yoga room that's separate than a sauna room. They have a yoga room, a stretching room. They have 2 cycling rooms. And they also have a room if you want to work, or multiple rooms, honestly. If you want to work on just regular things, you can go in there, close the door, and get stuff done. So the gym is amazing. Like, it's amazing. Now, the price of the gym, they charge us $39 for the first month and it's $69 every month after that. Now, this gym, honestly, is probably like, I would put this probably in the $200 to $350 a month category, something like that. They open from 6 a.m. to 10. They even give out free snacks. Did you see that when you went there?
No.
Bruh. They had the, you know, the bars, the Nutra bar, like the ones you could, bars. Which ones?
Kind.
That's ones you could see through?
I saw it in your bag.
Okay, right. They had those. Then when I left, they had like,
it's funny because I was looking at them like, you eat Kind bars? Like,
bro, they had it for free. And they had other stuff in there too, but they had that one. And then when I was leaving, they had free like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So you could just get a coffee and drink them. It might have been tea too, but they definitely probably had coffee. Across from that, they had somebody from GNC, I guess, selling products or whatever that was there. And I was just like, yo, this is really crazy. Like, this is like a crazy thing. Their lockers look beautiful. It was just, bruh, it's amazing. Like, I have nothing bad to say about it. You can sign it with your card, and if you take a picture of your card, you could use that to sign in too. So if you lose your card, you have a picture of it, you'll be fine. Shit's crazy. You could cancel without having any cancellation fees. I'm like, bro, this is amazing. So I can go there in the morning, shoot around by myself, go to the gym, lift some weights, go to my yoga class, and then, go and do some work. Like, this is, and if I want to learn how to swim, I guess I know how to not drown. But if I want to know how to actually swim, I can go in the pool and learn that. Or I can do some aerobic workouts in the pool, just get my legs right. Honestly, I haven't been in a pool in a long time. Have I been in a pool in the last 10 years? Have you been in the pool in the last 10 years?
Probably not. Maybe like.
Well, you're 24, so maybe.
Well, a pool, yes, I have. The year I met you, I was in a pool.
Oh yeah. Pool?
It had nothing to do with you. It just happened to be the same year.
I guess, or whatever. But honestly, I have not been in a pool since I was 18. Honestly, maybe. And I definitely wasn't doing no pool workouts, that's for sure. If I was in the pool. So all I know is it's a crazy thing. It's just a crazy thing. But it's an amazing gym. Now, y'all don't know this. Y'all hear it now, I guess. Maybe we will see it in the future. I do want to open, it's like a community center / a gym, but I always had this vision in my mind of this type of place where people can go to, where you can interact with people of different ilks or walks of life, majority black people, because support my black people, like a YMCA but for black people, because I'm like, it's literally called, they have two of them actually. They have the YMCA, which is Young Men's Christian, you know what the A stands for? Maybe association. And then they have a Jewish one, right? Why there's no black one? Why can't you have a black one? So I figured I wanted something like that. I wanted each floor to be different sports. So I want to have like an actual soccer floor. I want to have a football floor. Maybe not football, because I feel like that's a lot. Maybe like maybe like flag football or something. I want to have a basketball floor. It's gonna be like, that's gonna be the main thing, because I love basketball. So it's gonna be like the nicest part. It's gonna probably be on the roof, not the roof, but like the highest floor. Like, you gotta get up out the elevator. It's gonna be like, oh my god. Like, you know what I'll probably do? I think I'll have, like, you come up to the third floor or the fourth floor, whatever floor it's on, and the hall, when you get out, it's gonna be mad dark. It's gonna be a black hallway, right? And when you walk down the hallway, you're gonna open the door, and it's gonna be this huge basketball, like mad basketball court, maybe like 6 courts, 6 separate full basketball length courts. Like, we trying to get to the action here. Like, I want the best players in the world to be like, nah, I gotta go work out there. That's just, and I also want to have it because there are kids who I want to introduce them to other things other than just sports. So they'll have like coding classes in there. They'll have music. They'll have, if you want to learn how to create an anime or draw or paint, anything like photography, marketing, if you want to learn how to run a business, just things like that. And that's what I want. But I want it for black people. That's what I want. Like, I want it. If there's no ifs, ands, or buts of what the purpose for it is, can other people come? Absolutely. For sure. But the main reason is that black people have a place to go to where we could feel like, okay, this is for black people. Like, we go to other places and go, yeah, this is cool to go to, but it's not for black people. Like, we understand, like, okay, this is like the rules you have here don't go with the rules that we grew up on. So that's what I want. And I'm going to do that in a couple of years. So maybe like 5 or so, something like that. But yeah, I'm excited for that. The gym we went to, I've been there 3 times. We signed up on Friday. I'm only taking off Sunday and Monday, because I play basketball on Sunday. Monday, I'm gonna be tired from Sunday from playing ball. So Tuesday is my human movement class with Kevin, and he has this, like, it's like yoga. I think they have that 3 times a week, so I'm gonna do that. I've got my flexibility back, not back, but it's getting better. Like my ankles are getting better, my legs. I could walk around. I could do a little ha ha. You know, I was playing basketball in the gym. I was like, I was actually moving. I'm like, oh wow, I forgot I could move. Like this is actually crazy. So, you know, we're gonna keep updated on that. Y'all might see me start getting real brolic on here. If I start getting brolic on here, you're gonna start seeing me on Instagram posting pictures with my shirt off and stuff, talking about something like, yeah, you know, here I am. You know what you're gonna have me doing? I'm gonna probably be like posting like videos of me like not working out, but like going into the gym. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like turn the camera slowly so you can see like my chest and my collarbones once I start gaining, you know, muscle and stuff. Because right now all I do is show a picture of the room. Like I don't want you to see me yet because I'm still out of shape. But in the future, I'm gonna put me. It's gonna be like a front camera, and you're gonna see me in the frame. So, you know, shout out to that. And honestly, now I think about it, is it unrelated? Nah, it's not related, but it maybe is. It's not. My beautiful, phenomenal girlfriend, amazing girlfriend, right, has only had glimpses of, you know, how I just have this like magnetism of women, right? So I don't know what she's gonna do when I really start putting on the sauce. Like,
the same for you.
But I already seen it. I already know how guys are. You had a job. I saw how that was.
Well, I was fat.
What does that mean?
You ain't see me in my.
I saw. Well, no, I'm talking about your best form. I'm talking about how people interact with you. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And if we're being honest, let me think about it. Either way. Either way. When I saw you we was working, guys were still trying to get in your pants while we was talking. So that's normal. I've seen it, right? I've seen it in the past. I've been with girls.
You think I haven't been there when the girls try to talk to you?
Nah, you haven't.
Oh,
you haven't, huh?
What's the difference?
I mean, you know, it's gonna be a lot more rampant. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, like, you're gonna like it's gonna get to a point where like girls are doing stupid stuff, like real stupid stuff. Like, yeah, why she tripping, falling, her panties came off? Like, what is she doing? How'd that happen? And it's like, I don't know, babe. I was just she's wearing jeans. Her panties came out. I'm like, I don't know how she did that. It just what happened? What are you talking? I'm just saying. I'm just saying that it might get crazy when I start getting back muscles and thigh muscles and tricep muscles and shoulder muscles. And then, you know, when I get the muscles, I got to get the hair. I got to start taking care of my hair. So it might get a little shape up here and there, you know, you feel me? And I'm going to be flexible. I'm going to be walking all different. I'm just saying it's going to be a different thing. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, I just say, I hope you ready for that. I was like, are you ready for when I'm like, you know, when I'm that dude? Physically, but that's it for the gym segment. For where we are at with the gym. Let's go to the gym too.
Right. I'm like, you didn't even ask me about
How you feel about the gym, Alyssa? How you feel about going to the gym?
I was only able to go once, but I think the workout that I did was really good because I still feel it right now. But yeah. I like the gym. I'm trying to figure out. I hate this chair. I'm trying to figure out, for my natural hair girlies, like how to go about swimming. Because that's gonna be a whole thing.
You gotta twist it and leave it in twist, and then put it on a thing. That's all you could do.
You have to wash the chlorine out. Like, how often am I washing my hair now? Is that gonna dry up?
Wait.
What am I washing it with?
You're gonna. I'm confused. You're gonna wash. Do you think you're gonna chlorine in your hair when you're wearing a cap?
There's chlorine in the water. Chlorine isn't. Oh, wearing a cap.
Yes.
Water still gets inside. The cap doesn't. Stop.
So then why are you wearing a cap?
Bruh.
So don't wear a cap.
Right.
Okay then. So you can go swimming.
Doesn't solve my problem.
So now we know you're not gonna get a cap. So you go swimming and you wash your hair. I don't understand.
Washing your hair too frequently causes dryness. The number one problem with dealing with black hair is dryness.
Why don't you moisturize it after you wash it?
It can still become brittle if you use shampoo.
If you go what?
Use too much shampoo. That seems.
Melissa, what are you saying? What are you saying right now? You making stuff up. You think I don't know here, Melissa? You trying to tell me that you can't? So how do anybody take a shower? How does anybody be going in the pool? How often you gonna go in the pool?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if it was up to me, I'd be in the pool every day.
All right, so go to the pool every day and wash your hair twice a week. You can wash it every day. That's fine.
I'm not doing that either.
Okay then. So you're not going to the pool every day then? What are you talking about?
Right, I'm not going to.
Okay, so 3 times a week.
I'm trying to figure out what. Listen, it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. It's not. This conversation is not for you.
Who's it for? I don't have black hair. You don't see my hair? Black me with hair.
It's not for you.
Any black women swimmers out there, please comment and let Melissa know or DM her how you go about keeping your hair natural and healthy in a pool full of unhealthy chlorine water. You know, for the naturalistas who be conditioning hair with 6 or more, the requirement has to be 6 or more different conditioners to give advice on black hair. If you're only using 1 to 3, it's not enough. It's not enough conditioners. You got to use at least 6. That does not include what you use in the shower. That's different. There's an in the shower conditioner. There's the outer. You got to use 3 in the shower and 3 or 4 outside the shower. That's not including shampoo, and that's not including any type of oil to keep the moisture in. That's just the conditioners you got to use.
I haven't used oil in my hair in a long time.
Oh, see, she never look at, but she already used 6 other conditioners, so she knows she's fine. Six or more. So.
But yeah, I like the pool. I mean, I like the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of guys there, of course. But
guys who be in gyms. They be
I
in
would
gyms.
love to have a female gym partner. I don't want to go to the gym. So.
Okay, I don't want to go with you either.
I know you don't. That's why you're gonna take me.
I'm gonna go with you for. You're gonna be like cock blocking when girls try to talk to you. I don't need that.
Absolutely will.
I don't need that.
I absolutely.
I don't need that. Or labia blocking. I don't know what it's called when y'all do it to other women. So.
Oh, everybody get blocked.
So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with that. Right now, my focus is just on getting my body to move properly. Like working on my balance, working on the small muscles like my hip muscles, just getting back in a groove of moving. It's been 2 years. I really haven't I've been in the bed for 80% of the time that I've been home. And that's kind of crazy. I will be in the bed. If I'm not in the bed, I'm sitting in a chair. If I'm not in the bed or in the chair, where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I not I'm going to take out the trash and go back to the bed, go to the bathroom, sit down, stay in the shower. It's nothing. So we're going to see how that goes. I finally got to visit the Flying Solo store, which is where we're going to launch our second store. Or I guess we're going to launch the candles in the second store. It's in Manhattan on West Broadway. So that launches July 1st. I got to go in the store. It was cool. It's a very upscale store. There wasn't a lot of people in there. It could have been the time of day and also the type of store because it is a luxury store. But the candles are in the front of the store, so that's always a good thing. I think we could really sell the candles for $50 in there. We normally sell them for $35 on the website. But I definitely think we can get it for $50 in there. As long as they let us put up merchandising properly or market it in the store in the sense of the display. If we could kind of dictate how the display looks, I think that'll help. When is the date for that?
For what?
Don't you guys have a meeting, a video call meeting or something?
I thought we were supposed to, but I haven't heard anything about it. I still have to, they might want to do it after I upload information onto the site that I'm supposed to upload. The only reason why I haven't done that yet is because I have to take updated pictures of the candles. Okay.
So yeah, speaking of updated pictures on the candles, I told you we also got approved for this Amazon Black Business Accelerator program. So we are going to be launching on there. They are supposed to take the pictures of the products for us. And we set up a store, and we're going to see how that goes. It's just, we still broke, very broke, but things are starting to roll a little bit. I feel like the house holding us back. If we didn't have this house, right, for the last 3 years, our account would probably have $8,000 in it. The last 3 months, 3 to 5 months, if we didn't have the house, because we had to pay every single month $1,400 for the house. Where we get that money from? And then we have a bunch of other expenses. It's just bruh. So all that money be in our account, and we would be doing very well, and we'd probably be doing more candle fairs. So we would have made more money from that. we would have been up. Like we would have been up like we had a balloon on our head up. Like that's how up we would have been. Like, bruh, we would have really been out here making money. So we have to wait a couple months until the damn house is finished. But y'all know how that goes. It's like at this point, as far as money goes, we have almost nothing left. I think I have $400 to my name. How much money you got to your name, Melissa? $10. So we got $410 to our name. And we are finessing as much as we can to get the house done, eat, bills paid. Like right now at this point, we missed the last car payment. We're gonna try and figure that out. Insurance was not paid for, as far as I know, maybe a month or two, possibly. We have piles and piles and piles and piles of orange letters from New York City about paying the tolls. We owe the MCA loan people like $50,000, $70,000. We owe capital on tap another $20,000. We owe our rent, which is probably at this point like 1,000 plus 6, 7 times 6. So we're looking at like 13, like 15,000 probably for rent, huh? It's around there. Yeah, it's like 7, you're like 12 to 15, something like that for rent.
And that's what y'all get up out of here before.
Gas prices high as shit. You're right. Gas prices is $5 plus over here. What else we got? What else we owe money on, Melissa?
We got parking violations.
We got parking tickets.
In New York State found out that I was selling candles. So.
Damn. So now you got to pay tax on the candles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen. It's a lot. It's a lot. If you want to sell the house, get it over with, get the money from that, and then move on to the next venture that makes money.
That doesn't even include all the people we owe money to.
Oh, yeah, people we owe money to. I don't even count them because the house, they own part of the house. So at that point, when the house gets sold, they getting paid regardless of what, like, anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's like,
you use some of my money aside from that.
Yeah. Who else? Let me think. I think that's it as far as much money we owe. Yeah, Melissa's been working. She's been working to help with that.
Bruh, and it's funny because I was working, to help with that. And all the money that I made from working went towards the
flying solo.
Yeah.
And
I had no specific reason to make that money. But it got all sucked into that. Yeah.
And we still have credit card bills. So we owe all the money on our credit cards too. So, hey, it's part of the story. Shout out to everybody that has been, rocking with us for this entire journey. I still think we're about to turn this into some crazy story. I think what everybody's about to see from us in the next 6 to 8 months is what people see on YouTube when people finally like blow up. But they start there. So like where we're going to be 6 to 8 months is what people start at, I feel like, on YouTube. So y'all going to see that. That's going to be fun. Is that what?
I need a Melissa too.
You need a Melissa?
Yes. Yeah, I feel like you got all the benefits of having a Melissa.
What benefits?
Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean what benefits, Dominic?
What benefits?
What do you mean what benefits?
What benefits? I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening. You want a Melissa too, right?
Right.
What are the benefits? Name them.
If I start naming them off, it will come off as me being very.
I'm asking you to name them. You brought it up.
No.
So what are your benefits? No, I do. Because you say you have benefits that you bring. What are these benefits?
You should know.
You brought it up.
All the benefits.
What are they?
You know them.
I obviously don't see. Which ones are they?
What you don't see them?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Obviously, I am. What are you talking about? What benefits? I'm listening.
Listen, I see the benefits.
What are they? You said that I reap the benefits of Melissa, and you want one too. What are benefits are you talking about?
Listen, I'm just saying that if I had a Melissa for myself.
What benefits are you talking about?
Food.
Uh-huh.
Ideas to talk to.
A what? Right, go ahead. No, go ahead. This is what you be saying. Go ahead, I'm listening. Finish. Say them. We all here. We all listening.
No, I don't want to.
We already here. We already here, Melissa. We already here. What benefits?
No. You just stole it so you can eat more crackers.
I'm not. I'm waiting for you to tell me what you're talking about.
You just stole it.
I'm literally asking you a question.
Listen, I am obese.
Sure. What benefits?
Well, since you really want me to get into this, I don't know why you want me to get into this.
What?
Because you know the benefits.
I don't. What are you talking about?
I just feel like it was a great topic that I just did.
And I'm asking you what they are.
Yes. That's part of me giving you the topics. I'm like, oh yeah, that was such a great thing for us to talk about right now. I have my own list of books that would help me. It'd be like a Zoro. I don't know why you bothering me.
You bothering me.
How am I bothering you?
I'm telling.
You know I can't articulate that.
Articulate what?
Asking.
What?
You know I can't articulate this while you asking.
Because you said it. Because you felt something. What are you talking about? Because you don't want to say what you're thinking. So you can articulate it in a way that's not what you're thinking. So that's on you. But you can say it. You can say what you're thinking.
I told you I can't say that.
You can.
It's gonna come off as very like prideful boast.
I don't know. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not going to because I can't articulate it.
What are you talking about? You can say what you're thinking, and then everybody can determine what it is.
No, I don't like that because then that's how you end up with. I ain't want you to think that that's what I was trying to say.
But that's what you was thinking. All right. So, topic of the day that we have is Atlanta. So Melissa and I have been thinking about moving to Atlanta. You already know that, and we've been kind of decided or debating. I don't know if I say debating, but just kind of conversing on whether or not we should move to Atlanta still. There's a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is, well, it was COVID. That was one of the main reasons why we wanted to go to Atlanta, because it was open, how they act with businesses during COVID. We thought that would be a great opportunity for us to go down there. Up here, everything was closed. Melissa couldn't even sell the candles because of COVID. Everything was just like messed up. Turo was another reason we had to go and do it in New Jersey, which is another state away. So we had to drive the car over there every trip and then pick it up. So we would drive the car over there, take a train back, take a train to go pick the car up and drive the car back. So that's us paying for trains, and it's paying for tolls to go out there and gas to going back and forth for 1 day trips and 2 day trips and things like that. So we're like, damn, the only reason we're doing that is because Turo's illegal in New York. They don't allow it. But starting June 27th or July 27th, they're going to start allowing Turo in New York City. So that's another thing. Now, another reason we're going to Airbnb, another reason we're going to Atlanta is because of Airbnb. At the time, there were no restrictions on Airbnb. Only thing it talked about was having to pay 8% tax. And we were like, oh, that's fine. I'm going to go out there and get 40 units or something. Like, I'm about to get crazy and make $40,000 a month. Right? That's how my mind state was, right? And this actually goes to a convo I was having with Tori today, where we were referencing Alex Hormozy, how he feels about purchasing, or not purchasing, but starting a business that has higher ticket items, right? Or I guess higher transaction sales, whatever you want to call it. So my mind state has always been kind of, if I can get an Airbnb that makes me profit $1,200 a month, if I get 40 of them, that's over $40,000 a month. But that's 40 units is usually going to be rented out, not owned. To start off or get to get that quickly. but it's still $40K a month. And I'm like, yeah, $40K a month, that's $400K a year. That's a great, 400 plus, whatever. It's over $400K a year. That's a good amount of money. Now in Atlanta, they say you have to be a resident of Atlanta to have an Airbnb. You can only have two, and you have to have two of them you have to have two. You can only have two. One has to be a primary residence, and the other one could be non-primary residence. So, and they also have the 8% sales tax. So it's like, bruh. And if you don't own it, you have to get permission from the person who owns it, and you have to get permission from your neighbors to do Airbnb. At that point, it's like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, why would y'all do this? This is ridiculous. That was one of the reasons we're gonna go down there, was to make money from Airbnb. Turo, from what I've seen in Atlanta, is the price points are a lot lower for the cars. I don't know if they're rented out more often, but they seem to charge less or command less than here in New Jersey. So I'm like, okay, I was thinking about his name is CEO Matty J, right? He was the first person I've ever seen. Not first person I've ever seen, but no, that's true. He was the first guy I've ever seen talk about having that many cars on Turo. He said he had got like one here, then two here, then another one there. And then he went to the dealership and got 30 cars because he went to different dealerships at the same time before they ran his credit, before the credit bureaus reported his credit. So he ended up getting like 30 cars, right? 30 cars. Let's say you got two cars, cars probably bring you in like $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month. Some of them. And it's kind of like, okay, you still got to pay to maintain the car. You got to pay for the car note and the insurance, everything else. So now I got 30 cars that are only making me like $700 a month to maybe $1,500 a month. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's nice. But think about if I could sell a product or wholesale a house or something that has a higher price item for $20,000, $30,000. I only got to do that once or twice a month, as opposed to having to buy 30 cars and maintain them through all the people that have to deal with the problems of the cars breaking down. They don't know where the keys are at. I got to hire somebody to talk to them and communicate them when I'm sleeping. And it's like, for how much money? And it's crazy because before, it used to seem like a lot of money relative to what I guess I was exposed to. And I always know it's going to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Like, I know that was always been my goal. However, I thought I was going to make I would have a couple of businesses that start me off to get me right in terms of making me $20,000 or $30,000 a month. However I'm going to get there, I was like, that would be a good amount, which is still fine. But I think now I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like, how much work am I going to put in to make $20,000 or $30,000 a month? Because it's not that much money like I used to think it was. So that's why we're kind of contemplating the whole going to Atlanta thing, because the rents up there are increasing. They're not New York rents, but they're still going up. So even if we're going to do Airbnb with the rental arbitrage route, their rents are going to be up. So that's going to decrease our margins. And it's like, I mean, some Airbnbs make like 7-8K a month, right? Some of them do. But now I can only own two, and I got to do all the other type of stuff and finessing to get more than two. I was trying to own like 50, 60, 70, 80. Like that was, in the first 2-3 years. Like that was what my goal was. Now it's like, is that even possible to do there? But talking to Tori, he said that ordinance only applies to the center of Atlanta, which is inside of a particular highway. I think he said the 258 or 268, something like that. So I'm going to look into that to see what the houses outside of that area look like, and if they're worth even getting into. But it just kind of sucks because that was the plan. But now our mind state has shifted because we've been exposed to how much money the candles can make, and how much less work we have to technically do, or how quicker it is to make that money. Because we could make $1,000 in a weekend. Honestly, we could make like $1,500 in a weekend doing candles, and we would never make that at an Airbnb unless it's like Super Bowl weekend or something. And we could do that every weekend for the candles, right? So you go, okay, we can do that and then take the candles and put them in another store and have them sell the candles and make more money that way. We also have the online store. So it's like, okay, we have all these outlets of making money. $1,500 in a month blows out any Turo car that we would even consider. Because most cars, like, it's very rare that you'll get a car for $100+ a day that will rent that out. And it's even more rare to have that car be rented out 30 days out the month every single month. So if you are charging $100 a month for your car, you're going to get $3,000 a month, right? If it's booked out every single day. If you have a car note $500. So from $3,000, you at $2,500. You have insurance. For us, it's like, let's say $100, $200. So instead of you was at $3,000, now you at $2,500. Now you're down to like $2,200, right? That's every single day of the month the car is booked out. Now, is that going to be multiple people booking it out? Is that one person booking up for 30 days? Because now every time somebody brings it back, you got to worry about cleaning the car. You got to worry about charging them for tolls. If they get into an accident in the car, now the car is not even valuable anymore in terms of you using it for that purpose. And now it's just like, okay, is it really worth it to do that for that amount of money? So after all of that headache, you probably bring in $1,500, barely, maybe. And this is a car that you could charge $100 a day for. Most people have cars that are $70 and under, maybe $85 and under. There are very few cars I see that can charge $100 or more and get booked out 30 days out the month, 365 days a year. It's not that common. So best case scenario, you make $100 a day from the car, right? And it's booked out every single day. Honestly, I'm gonna even be more generous, okay? The car is $150 a day it's booked out every single day for the year, right? 150 times 365. You made $54,000 from the car, right? That's not including, that's no expenses. That is literally what, if the car is booked out every day for the year for $150 a day, you make $54,000. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay for insurance. You got to pay possibly a car note. You got to pay for any type of damages. You have to think about your time in terms of, okay, people calling me and I'm hiring somebody to take care of it. That's just one car, right? So it's like, okay, that seems cool to make $54K a year extra. But when you look at that and you go to the flip side, right, and you have somebody that's charging, let's say $20,000 for some type of software, or they're charging $30K a month for, I think, like Gym Launch from Alex, I think they were charging some obscene amount of money, but they're charging $10K for one product, $20K for one product. So it takes you a year to do, and I'm talking about it takes you a year to do this on a perfect level. Like nothing goes wrong. You are booked out every single day for the whole year. And it will take you all year to make what this person could make in 3 sales. I'm like, that seems crazy. That seems obscene. So then obviously in my mind, I think it happens for most black people who don't have money. We look at it like, I mean, it could be the same for people who have money too, but we look at it like, okay, $54K a year is a lot of money. I should get 6, 8, 10 more cars. And it's like, sure, you can, but you can make more money, do something else. So that's one of the reasons why we kind of looking at it like, should we do this? Should we not do it? I'm not really sure. And as far as Airbnb, that would have been a better option than Turo. But now that Atlanta is being funny with the money, it's like, okay, is it worth doing that even there? And do we want to move to another state that has it where it's more open for Airbnb? Because now it's like, what if we don't like that state? What if they change the laws later? It's like, damn, do we really want to do that? Me personally, like I said, I might do it because I said I was going to, possibly. I haven't decided yet. It's on my to-do list for the year. So that's something I've been thinking about. And it's just like, is it worth doing? So this brings us to what I plan with to be now. If I go down to Atlanta and wholesale some properties, right? I could let's say I wholesale 4 houses for $8,000. How much money is that? 8 times 4 is what?
8 times 4 should be
$32,000. I made 4 transactions. I made $32K. So with less overhead than if I had to so less overhead. Probably a little bit more overhead than if I had to get a car. I mean, yeah, Turo car, but probably similar overhead if I was doing Airbnb. And it's like I could do that. I can get into commercial real estate. Tori is looking at buying. I don't think I told you this. He's looking at buying a mobile home. Somebody he said that in Georgia, because he was saying that the person that owns it is an appraiser, but they got promoted to a tax assessor. So they said it would kind of be a conflict of interest to buy the house. What?
So Tori knows an appraiser?
No, they got promoted to a tax assessor.
That still sounds like a...
So, and now they're selling the house, or not the house, the mobile park. And he was saying that they wanted $500 for it, but they would take $250. And he's like, I think the down payment was like, I think they want like 40 down or 30 down, something like that. I think it's like $8,500 a month, and it makes like $3,000 profit per month. So he keeps $3,000, and it's like, it's 17 parks, 17 mobile homes, and each home is like $250 to $300 a month. Right? Let's see the math on that. So we got $250, because mobile parks are cheap. Yeah. $250 times 17. What if you make it a luxury? That's what he was saying. So he was talking about, because the rents in the area around there are higher than what they're charging. They've been having the same price for a long time. Oh, okay. So he can raise the rent once he purchases it.
Right, and then add maybe some amenities and stuff
right.
like that you know, RV people, mobile home people
would like.
Right.
So he was saying he would profit $3,000 a month. And then he said once he does that, once he adds value to it, because it's a commercial space, they assess the value based off what it brings in, how much it's worth.
I was asking how much it makes, because it could be a problem. Like if they're not making a lot of money, then
right,
there's no value in it.
So, you know, so there's things out there like that. There's this guy on Bigger Pockets who he makes $1 million in passive income from, like, he learned how to do commercial real estate, how to buy it, and bought one, like his first one out the gate, and made a lot of money. Like, it's like, bro, why would I put my time and energy into something that's gonna make me $100 when I could put the same time and energy to something that's gonna make me $100,000? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And it just comes down to choosing, like, where do I want to put my time and energy into? What?
Yeah, that resonates with me a lot. I feel like that, especially because I am the one out of both of us that will go to work. I do think about that a lot. Like, while I'm doing the things at work, I'm like, I could be doing this for myself.
Right.
And not have to wait however weeks to get paid. Have full autonomy over it. Make it better. Like, just, it's my project. Like.
Right. And that was one of my biggest things for me, is why I don't like to work, is because whenever I work, I'm like, I can do this. I have these ideas that can make this better, and I can't use them anywhere. I can't implement these at wherever I'm working at, because I don't have the power to change X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I think this door should be over here. I think that this should be that color. I think this should be that. And it's like, I don't own a thing. So I'm not obligated to change anything, but I feel like I know how to do it better. So I'm like, the only option is to do it myself. And that's how I feel. So for me, working, it's like, as soon as I go anywhere, if I go to McDonald's, I'm sitting there like, there's a way to make this process faster. There's a way to get more people in the door. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? And I'm just like, so now all I'm thinking about this, I'm just sweeping the floor outside. I'm sweeping the parking lot, thinking like, if somebody had this, if they could do it, and it's, you know, it feels, it's annoying to have those thoughts and then not be able to do anything with them. So I'm like, you know what? Let me take this and apply it and try and use them to make money.
And then I also think that the process of starting our own business and everything like that, it kind of makes it easier for me at work, because I don't care anymore. Like, things could be going to shit. Like, damn, that's crazy. Crazy. Y'all have to deal with that. Like, I still try my best. I'm not going to be there and, like, you know, try to mess up on purpose, but I'm not going to go the extra 200% for this, because it's not mine. and I'm not gonna take it personally either.
Yeah. So like I said, that's why it's like, what is the reason? Like, it just doesn't really make sense monetarily.
And the reason why I say that too is because I used to take it very personally before. Like, especially like evaluations, those used to get me so riled up because it's like, I remember when I was working at Victoria's Secret, it was like, well, the store isn't doing well, so I can't give you a positive evaluation because that will not reflect how the store's doing. And I'm like, what? What are you saying to me? You can't.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
You can't give me a positive review because the store is not doing well? What that have to do with me personally? Like, you gonna say it's my fault?
Shit like that fuck me up.
They'll tell you like, oh, well, it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. But then when it comes down to like firing you, that's what they're gonna refer to.
Oh, you got some bad ratings here. And like I said, for me, that was one of my things. And then honestly, another, I guess, mind state shift for me was, or the thing I really hate, I would say, is working with people, because I don't like to play those games. And the games I'm talking about are the power games. Working at, I'm gonna use the melt shop where I worked at as an example. It's like a grilled cheese restaurant in New York City, and maybe some other locations too. So I remember that people would like throw people under the bus to look good for the manager, and I'm like, what do you gain from that? Like, you now have power at the melt shop to do what? To get an extra day off of work, not get in trouble when you're late, like get a $1.75 raise. Like, why would I want to put that much energy into winning the game at work so that now I can tell you what to do at work? So at the melt shop, I will never forget that there was a guy who used to work there. I think his name was Marco, something like that, right? And when I got there, they said he was the fastest biker there. And I was like, I think I'm faster than him, right? I remember thinking, I'm pretty sure I could get orders done faster than him. So they used to time people of like, different locations, how long it would take them to get back. So I remember I beat his time from the store to 42nd Street and back, taking an order, right? And I'm just like, no one here cared. I'm like, I know I was faster than him. When I came back, I'm like, yeah, I got here faster than him. I think somebody said it, but nobody said that I was faster than him as a bike messenger. And I was just like, what do I gain from being the fastest bike messenger here? I might get an extra order for the day, maybe two, if everything goes right. If the person comes downstairs, nothing else happens, the order is made correctly. And it's not like there's some type of praise that I would get for being the fastest person there. So I'm like, this is just silly. I'm like, I could take this energy, which is what I kind of did in that situation, and apply it to something else to make more money. So what I did was I took my ass to work as a for Caviar, which is now DoorDash, and it allowed me to actually work. The more I worked, the more money I could actually make. Like, I could actually make money by working harder. And in that environment, I felt like I also hit a cap too, because it's only so much orders you could take in a day. Like, and mind you, it's so funny because at the end of the day, it's still like a business in a sense. I look at it like you have one store that has an order on one platform, right? So your distribution would be what, one, I guess. That's how it would work. So my goal is, okay, if I can get multiple platforms, I can have the opportunity to get multiple orders, right, throughout the day. So then it said, okay, I can have multiple platforms and get multiple orders. Now, if I can take multiple orders from multiple platforms, I can 3x or whatever X my amount of order I can take for the day. But even with that, right, so there's a cap on that, because the most order I could probably take in a day or in an hour, the most I've ever taken was probably like 10, maybe. And that was only because certain restaurants would have me like double, triple up, and then the orders weren't going far. But that's an anomaly. But a good hour would be like 6 orders in an hour. So 6 orders in an hour is an order every 15 minutes. Every 8 minutes, I think it is. Let me see. What's 60 divided by? Every 10 minutes is an order, right? That's a good hour. If I could do that for the whole day and I'm working for 10 hours, that's about 60 hours, right? 60 orders. So this is how I'm looking at it. Then you have an hour for break. So you can't really work 10 hours. You're probably working like 9, right? So it's around 50 some orders for the day. Okay, that sounds like decent money, right? At this point, I'm riding a regular bike. So this is like, I'm going to be exhausted. What did I do? I got a bike that makes me go faster. So I can take the orders and I wouldn't have the same drag because I'm not as tired. Okay, here's the downside to that. You take too many orders quickly, they don't give you as many orders, right? So I'm doing all of this mathematics in my head trying to figure out how to get more orders, what bike I should get, how many batteries I need, what time I should come down here, what part of the city should I work in, all these different things I'm thinking about, right? And the most I ever made in a day was $500, maybe a little bit more than $500 in a day, right? Melissa and I sold candles at a craft fair and made damn near $1,000 in one day. Damn near $1,000 in one day, and we worked from 11 to 5. We didn't have to run anywhere. It wasn't raining on us. We didn't have to deal with 65 different people taking orders. We didn't go up and down stairs. We weren't going in and out of traffic. We sat inside of a very nice conditioned place with music, and we made $800 and something. We did it more than once, and that's it. We worked from 11 to 5, 2 days in a row, and made $1,600. And it's like, okay, when you look at something like that, it really makes you think something seems wrong here. But that's the mindset. Like, something seems off. If I can make this money, working way less, why would I do the other thing? So now all they was expand that to, okay, I want to own the place that we worked at. The Artisan Fleece place that we worked at, I want one of those. I want to have a place where other businesses come to us and they pay us to be there. That's what I want. And honestly, speaking of Tory, some of these people have a situation where they set up as a profit share. So now you have to give me some of your money that you make from whatever you sell here. It's another option for revenue. Different things to do. But the game should be, how can I make more money by doing less? There's only a couple ways to do it. Either you can have somebody else do the work, or you can charge more for your item. And it don't mean overcharge. It means find a product that you can charge a lot for that still falls in line with what the market wants for that product. Like, for example, Tesla is a car. They sell them for $40,000, $100,000. $120,000. Those are car. People are buying these products for $100K. How many are out there right now? 100,000 Teslas out? I don't even know. But it just, like I said, it just is the mindset that we've been on. Like, okay, how can we properly allocate our time and energy into something that's going to have a higher return on our investment? So that was my rant of why we are possibly not going to go to Atlanta. What else was it?
Wait, what? We possibly not.
I mean, possibly, yeah. That was the thing. That was one of the reasons why we were like debating on going or not going. It's like, are we gonna put our time? Oh, well. Okay. Well, that was why we were having the conversation. Because another thing too is, I think a lot of people don't put enough weight on their environment, and I think people can get things done anywhere, I feel like, right? But it comes down to is, do I want to become a millionaire in a studio apartment, or would it be easier to become a millionaire when I have the environment and the resources to do so? I have my own room to do work. I have a place to study. The cats aren't running across my face. I'm on the bed. I can edit a video here. I can make a video there. I can invite people over for the podcast. I could I could do a lot. The environment is a lot better. There are more black people. It's better.
Again, for me, it's really like the apartments for the price points, because I really want to have 3, maybe 4 bedroom apartment or house. Where you find that in New York City? Where you find that at? What you was pointing at?
Jamaica. Where is it? I think it's, if you go,
No.
the projects are right over there. They got some 4-bedrooms over there.
Oh,
They got some 4-bedrooms over there.
like as an apartment, like, cause I'm still on the fence about having a house because you gotta take the trash out and stuff. But it's kind of.
I mean, you don't have to take the trash out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, see, that's different. But either way, for the price point, I just feel like this Easy Pass. I just don't like New York. The tickets, the speed cameras, the police.
Do they have parking problems in Atlanta? They probably do.
Probably not. Not the same.
Do you think they have, like, it's hard to find parking over there?
I think that it's a city made for cars. New York, for whatever reason, don't want you to drive. I 100% wholeheartedly believe that New York City has a vendetta against people with cars and driving.
Maybe it's so many people. That's why.
That's okay.
Stop driving. They want you to drive.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. I'll go somewhere else that's made, that has the infrastructure for us to drive. Yeah. Because it's really insane. It's insanity. I bet you they don't even have to pay separate for parking down there. I don't know. I have to check. Yeah. But for us to park here will be what, extra $300 a month?
Bruh. And you got to pay on a wait list.
Right. They don't even have enough parking spots to accommodate the whole building parking. Like, I don't need that energy anymore in my life. Yeah. I don't need an Easy Pass just to go to the Bronx or Manhattan.
Right. They would be charging me just to go see my mom up the block.
It's $10.
15 minutes from here. I gotta pay
$15. Like, that's insane to me. I cannot. I refuse. Bruh. Going 3 miles and take you an hour.
Bruh, that's crazy. Like I said, these are the reasons why, like I said, we are kind of like, what should we do as far as moving, why we want to move, why we don't want to move. And everything that I want, like I said, it comes down to leveraging our time and energy the best possible way. And I think that a lot of times that people look at leverage from a monetary standpoint, how much money somebody has. But as Melissa was just saying, there's a lot of other things that go into that. Like, bro, I gotta pay Easy Pass to go see my mom. I gotta pay extra money just to put my car in the garage. I gotta pay to go to the gym, my own building. Like, there's so much other smaller things that people don't take into account. And just in terms of the intangible, the things you don't see, how much freedom do you have? Like, can you move around? Are you comfortable? Because comfortability is a high leverage quality. Okay, you could probably get a lot more done if you're comfortable. I think if you are uncomfortable, you may be able to endure more, but I think it'll take you longer to become successful what you want than if you are comfortable. That's what I think. So, what do you think? You disagree?
I think that uncomfortability is a good catalyst for change. Mm-hmm. It'll probably motivate you to do more. But I think once you've passed that initial inertia that you need to get moving forward, you need to be able to have the space to create, to just do whatever it is that you need to do.
Yeah, I think that your living space doesn't have to be uncomfortable. I think being around people that have more money than you, or doing what you want to do, could make you uncomfortable. Like,
that's true.
Be like, I gotta do more. But I don't want to have to like come from the meeting or a dinner with somebody that's a group of people that's killing it, and I come back home to my studio apartment that's like in shambles, and it's like, damn, I can't even focus on getting back to the money because now I'm thinking about them. We're going to be going to Philly this weekend, so we'll update you guys with that. Hopefully we can have the house done by the end of next week. You can find all the behind the scenes content on our social medias. Mine is Donovan Gray, DONIVANGRAY, and my phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Anita Byrne, ANETABURN. Okay, you know what it is. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2022. 6 months left, guys. Is going to be a movie. And with that being said, Bamboo Project out.